Hey dudes, welcome to Splat from the Past, the only 80s themed horror and sci-fi show where things can get totally radical. Now today, I will be welcoming back my good friend Kim Tavares, very funny comedian from LA and very inspiring woman. Having her on the show today just to have a random chat, nothing exciting, although she is full of wisdom, and I hope a lot of you out there listening can learn something from her. She's had an extraordinarily difficult life, as have I, and I think that's why we were brought together through podcasting to talk about that kind of stuff. And I think it's going to be a very interesting show today, and I hope all of you like it. So yeah, here is my new interview, I should say, with Kim Tavares. What's up, Kim?
Wait, hold on 1 second.
Okay.
Hi, I'm sorry, honey.
It's okay.
I was like, first of all, I forgot, because I forget everything. That's number one. But I didn't forget. Like, I forgot, but I didn't forget. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then I was working all day, and I just got home, and I was starving. And I heard the phone ring, and I was like, no, it's not 7, so it's not Tommy. I'm not going over them. I need to put my shrimp in the oven because I'm starving. And then when it rang, and I was like, oh. And then I looked at my microwave clock, which is like slow. So then when I looked at my phone, I was like, oh, holy shit, it's past 7. So sorry.
It's okay. Yeah, I mean, a lot of people I talk to forget stuff. Yeah.
That's okay. How are you?
Oh, I am just hanging in there, trying to maintain my sanity.
Oh, okay. Well, aren't we all?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah, I've just been trying to figure out what I'm going to do now because just a month ago, everything I had planned for this year just ended in a nanosecond.
Oh. What did you do now? Like, what was your plan? You plan on coming to LA?
Yeah, I was gonna go out there from July to November, but the person I was gonna stay with, she got in trouble with the law.
Oh, shoot.
Yeah.
Aw. So now you're stuck.
I'm stuck, and I've just been trying to figure out what I'm gonna do. Back in April, I was in LA for a week, and I had dinner with this one guest of mine who's a writer, director, actor, and he offered me a role in a movie that he's going to make later this year. I don't know how serious he is about me doing it. Yeah, he brought a friend with him who like dominated the whole conversation, so we didn't get that far. But I messaged him yesterday, and he's going to try to call me back when he gets back from location of shooting this other movie. Yeah, so I mean that would be like one possibility of me going out there for a while, but other than that, I don't know. I'm fucked right now.
Well, do you have a license?
A license? No, I don't drive.
Oh, you don't drive? I was gonna say because you could just come out here and Uber, because you can make pretty good money doing that. But if you don't drive, then
Yeah, no.
That wouldn't work.
Now, money's not the problem. It's just having somebody.
Getting around.
No, it's just having me having somebody that'll let me stay with them is the problem.
Oh, I see. Well, what about you renting a place? You can't rent a place?
I don't make enough money to rent in LA.
Yeah, life is tough. I mean, shit. I know, honey. Well, it'll work out. You just have to stay positive, right? Yeah,
it's funny. Last night and all the way into the morning hours, I was thinking to myself, maybe this is God's plan for me for right now. He wants me to stay in my room and do this podcast.
Maybe.
Yeah.
You seem to enjoy it, so.
I do enjoy it. There's days when I just want to do other things besides this, but I do enjoy it.
Yeah. Well, how old are you, Tommy?
I just turned 36.
So you're still young. And so don't think that it's all over. 36 is really young.
Yeah.
A lot of people, yeah. So, just keep being positive and just keep pushing forward. That's all you can do, Tom.
Yeah.
Don't let the negativity of your own thoughts, take over.
Yeah. I mean, even though I'm 36, I feel like I've lived the life of a 136-year-old.
Well, yeah. Well, because some of us go through more things than others, right?
Right.
So, and it's like, and we have a tendency to question it because, we know our hearts and we know they're good. And so we're like, why, God? Why? But, we can't compare. We just have to trust. That's faith. And we have to trust that our life is what God wants it to be.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I've just been thinking about that, and I guess this is what I just got to do for right now.
Yep. You'll have another opportunity to come to LA.
I hope so.
Yeah, what were you going to do when you got there?
I wasn't going to rest, I'll tell you that. I was going to audition for movies and theater. I was going to try to get stage time somewhere. I was going to volunteer at conventions, HorrorCon and Comic-Cons.
Right.
And lots of stuff. I wasn't going to rest. I was going to be active. I was going to take classes, all that stuff.
Yeah. Well, you still can. It's just you just had a hiccup in your plans. That's all.
Yeah. I put it out on Facebook that I was looking for, an alternative of where to stay, and I even emailed a lot of people. I only heard back from like 2 people saying, I wish I could help you, and that was that.
Well, how about, what about, they call them hostels or...
Oh, yeah, Airbnb.
Well, not even Airbnbs. They're more like, it's HOSTEL. There's one not too far from me, I think, like in Sepulveda over there. But where you pay like weekly.
Well, it sounds like
it's like people who travel. Like it's like they're all over the place.
It's kind of Airbnb.
Yeah, a little bit, but it's less money, honey. It's way less money than Airbnb.
I know.
It's like $20 a day. But you share a room, so it's like you don't, because Airbnb, you have your own space. But with the hostel, you share a room with like 6 other people in one room.
Ugh, I don't think I'd like to do that.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't either, but I'm just saying that's an option,
Yeah. I never heard of that. $20. I'm on disability.
So what do you get from that every 2 weeks?
I get it every month. I get only $800.
So that's not a bit. And how long have you been on disability?
About 3 years now.
And why are you on disability?
From my car accident.
Which made you disabled in what way?
I have metal in my leg, and I can't bend, kneel, squat, anything anymore. I was born with scoliosis, so my back is messed up too. And yeah, I got permanent injuries.
Right, that prevent you from really doing a lot.
Yeah, in terms of like physical stuff,
Of course. Although you look like the strongest man in the world.
I know.
Isn't that funny?
I do, yeah.
Right?
I get that a lot, yes.
You do. You look very like you work out, like you look very strong and mighty. So that's a good thing. Because that's a good look for you. It could work a lot in Hollywood. You could be a great character actor, seriously.
Oh.
So what you have to do is figure out a way to use some money to get out there. Because you can stay on disability and still come out here, but you need an alternative income to boost your finances right now so that you can provide for yourself, which I think you can do because, I think, the fact that you do this podcast and you're consistent and you're professional and let me tell you, honey, there's a lot of people that you have a great gift. It's just that you do, honey, you do. We all do. Every single one of us do. But you got to tap into it, honey, as only you can. So sometimes you have to take chances, or you have to have a plan, and you have to watch the way you speak. And I'm preaching to the choir right now, Tommy, because it's hard when you keep getting knocked down, and when you see other people, and we're all human, and and you don't understand, and and you're crying, it's hard. But you got to just keep going, and sometimes you have to just say, "Shut the fuck up! I can't hear that it's hard right now. I just have to get through this day," and you have to that's what I do. And then I started doing these videos, and they make me happy. Now, Tommy, I'm postmating. I don't even have a regular job because my daughter's doing modeling, and because I had a misdemeanor, which excludes me from doing Uber. So, and I almost exhausted all of my savings. There's a lot, but that's okay because I'm just going to keep going. What the fuck? What else am I going to do?
Yeah. Oh my God.
I do it even afraid. I'm afraid every single day.
I know, I am too. I gotta tell you, 2 years ago when I moved over here to Reading, I joined this group on Facebook, Reading Casting Call. And Reading's not a show business town. Nothing ever exciting happens here. And the last time someone posted something regarding a casting call in Reading was 2014. But yesterday, I went on there and someone posted something about a week ago about something that was going to be filmed, and the guy posted it. He actually had 4 mutual friends of mine that live out here and stuff. So I messaged him, and hopefully I can get a response back.
Yeah, see, you have to just keep going, and you have to create your own stuff. Like, you can't. Here's what I've learned, Tommy, because I'm a lot older than you, is that you cannot expect people to help you out, because most people are trying to help themselves out. So it's not personal, but they're really not going to think about you the way you think about you. So but God made us all capable of using the gift that He put in us to make our way in this world. So you already have a gift, Tommy. You're good at one of your gifts is another one of your gifts is you're very good at relating with people with your podcast and talking to people, and and even getting people to do your podcast. So I mean, you gotta start looking at the positive and push yourself. Just be an athlete right now. Like, be a workout guy. Be on a mission to go. And 6 months I'm going to LA. I don't give a fuck how or how, but I'm going. You have to self-talk to yourself like that every day. And watch what happens. How do you think I got this far?
Because you are fucking amazing and strong.
Well, I'm not. I'm just a fighter. Like everybody else in this world, honey. All of us are fighting, for whatever it is that we desire, want, all of that stuff.
Absolutely.
That's my 2 cents.
So how's this new writing gig you got?
Oh, it's my own thing. I did this myself. This is all me.
Okay, what happened?
What are you talking about?
You were telling me you got this new writing gig.
No, I don't have a new writing gig.
Oh, I could have sworn you...
Maybe I was giving you an example of something, but no, not as of lately, I don't, no.
Oh, okay. I was confused there.
Yeah, no worries. Yeah, I wish. Have you done
anything like going on the auditions or anything lately?
Nothing. All I do is my videos. All I do is write and videotape. Write and videotape and edit and try to get more. All I do is work on my brand.
Mm-hmm. I love that.
You pay for it, but I think it's really good, and I believe in it, and I love doing it.
And I'm funny
as fuck.
Yes, you are. I love that one you posted the other day. It made me giggle like a schoolgirl.
Which one, honey?
The one where you, oh God, it had something to do with you have to get up to pee or something.
Oh, the bladder, honey. Oh,
Yes.
that's the truth. All of it's truth, Tommy. It all comes from everyday stuff where I'm just like, because I peed my pants one day. That I didn't put that part in, but that's how I got. Like, are you fucking kidding me? I can't believe I just fucking peed my pants. Are you? Because I couldn't get the key in the door fast enough, and I had peed already like 8 times in like the last 20 minutes.
Oh my God,
When you get old,
yeah.
you get old, Tommy. I just did so. Here's the thing. What I'm doing. Tell me what you think about this. So you see the video Sunday. Those are kind of like polished, and I take time with those. And then midweek, because I'm going to post a video on Friday, and then midweek I just want to do, like, I'm going to get up to like every day have something, but it has to be really funny and different and good. So like midweek I'm going to do just shit that's going on in my day kind of stuff. And one of the things today was, and I made a video about it in my car. Was about I went to the CVS and I bought like a beer and like a Slim Jim, right?
Yeah.
It's not Postmates, that's my like protein, and I was done pretty much, but I was like, okay, now because I've been doing it for like 6 hours, and I was hungry, and so I go to CVS and I walk up to the cashier, and she's like, ID please. And I'm like, oh, thank you, because I just turned 17 yesterday. And I'm like, all laughing and being funny, whatever, because no one's fucking talked to me all day today, so I'm just happy that someone's speaking to me. And she doesn't laugh at all. Like, she just looks at me like I'm crazy. So then I go, oh, you didn't think that was funny? She goes, well, it's not that it's not funny, but, like, we have to ask everybody for their ID, and people every day come to my register, it's like your age, and they crack those jokes, so they're kind of corny. I was like, what the fuck kind of customer service is that?
It's millennial is what it is.
Right? Millennial customer service. Thank you. So you helped me with the caption. I couldn't believe it. I could not believe it, Tommy. And she was just like, anyway, next. Like, just oblivious, just being, one-on-one with somebody.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So I'm making videos like that during the week and posting those. I think I'm onto something because I love what I'm doing, and I'm excited.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's great. The last time I peed my pants was about 5 years ago. I was at my worst with alcoholism during that time, and I was working.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I was working at this bar, and I was working on nights where it was.
How old were you?
I was 30, 31.
Okay.
And I was working on nights where it was completely dead, and this one particular.
So there was no customers or anything, so you just drank the alcohol.
Yeah, like 5 or 6 customers the whole night. So.
Wow.
And so I drank like all these rum and cokes this one night, and I'm on the bus just completely bombed out of my mind, and I got to pee so badly, and I'm going to hold it for the 45 minutes it's going to take me to get home. And
oh, my God.
So then, oh, God, what happened? I'm trying to remember. I think, I don't know, some homeless guy on the bus was causing trouble or something like that, and so we had to stop for like, I don't know, 10, 15 minutes, and then I just couldn't take it no more, so I just peed on the bus.
Oh, my God, Tommy. Let me tell you something.
Mm-hmm.
That is the funniest story ever. Let me tell you, after my son, like the first year that my son passed away, when I went back to live in Rhode Island, all I did is drink every single day. Mm-hmm. Like, I hated life. I wanted to die, blah, 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 blah. And, I would, like, go on bridge. Like, I would put myself in all these situations to get killed, but I would never get killed. You know what I mean? And it was just me and God at 5 o'clock in the morning, drunk. But it's so funny you say that because the same kind of thing happened to me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was putting myself into situations like that too during that time. I remember, oh my God! So I had made the decision to quit drinking the next day after this situation that happened, but I didn't because my birthday was that following weekend. But
and you wanted to celebrate.
Yeah, So this friend of mine, it was his last night in town, and I was staying with him because I was homeless at the time. We went to this bar, and around 1:30 a.m., he told me he wanted to do cocaine one last time because he had been off cocaine for like a year, and he had just had these drug charges dropped against him like the day before, so he wanted to go do it one last time. So I went with him, and we went into this seedy apartment that looked nice in the front, but when you go inside, it was really, really seedy looking. So we go in there. There's like four guys there, and there's a transgender in there. And so I sit on the couch. He goes in there to do blow. I fall asleep at like 2:45, and then wake up at 4:45, and I'm sitting next to this transgender person still, and I'm like looking to see if my clothes are still on me. It was just really awkward and weird. Yeah, my clothes were on me. Everything was good. And then he came out and said, we got to go now because our next bus comes in about 20 minutes. I was like, okay. So that was just like a really scary situation that made me think the next day I got to quit doing this. But then I started drinking even heavier the following week.
Right.
For my birthday. Yeah.
So who do you live with?
My mother and my brother.
Okay. And what does your mom do?
She just retired. She worked for Comcast Cable for over 30 years through its various names. She did that for 30 years. She was very key to my status as a movie lover because we got free cable for life because of that.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, it was great. And then my brother, he's unemployed right now, and he's trying to quit drinking. He's going through a bad divorce right now.
Aww. Well, honey, you just got to start praying and believing. That's all I can say, because it really is, in your mind, and your mind controls everything. And it's really hard to change that gear when you've been programmed so long, but that's where faith comes in, because you need God every day to help you, and that's what I do anyway. Mm-hmm. I think you have a good future ahead of you, honey, but it's not going to be easy just because wherever God's taking you is not going to be easy. So you got to get strong.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And you gotta not accept that you only need to make $800 a month. You can't do shit with $800 a month anywhere, not even in fucking Vermont.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
And and Tommy, listen, you can't think that because you're Tommy and Will Smith is Will Smith, or Tom Hanks is Tom Hanks, or fuck those motherfuckers. They're just like you, and at the end of their life, they're gonna answer to God too. So don't waste your life worrying and push. You gotta push right now.
Mm-hmm.
Once you get past the push, and they did that, I guarantee you, somewhere down the line, people that are really, really confident, I won't say successful, confident and sure of themselves, didn't get there by being, like they had to work at it. You have to work at God's greatness. Like, you have to work at the greatness that he put in you. You can't just slide around. When you slide around, that's the devil. The devil makes you slide around and thinks that you have all this time and tells you ain't shit and all that, because that motherfucker knows he's going to hell.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Right. Absolutely.
Yep. So, I'm just saying, honey, I know, because I've been, and every day is a day to wake up and do your best, regardless of what you know, because God knows more than you do. So you might know one thing and be like, oh my God, I cannot pay this rent. But God's like, oh, I know, because you're about to get a house. That's how he works. He's a cheerleader. He just wants you to win. He doesn't want you to lose.
Mm-hmm. Yes, he does. He wants you to win every time.
Right?
Right.
But there's a bunch of fake ass people in the world that are not right with themselves, that have the spirit of the enemy in them, and they're in our lives every day. So that's why we have to pray, and we have to ask God to help us overcome that. to them and forgive them and all that bullshit that they do to hurt you and fuck you up and, you know.
Yep. You're certainly right.
Yeah.
One thing I noticed in that video that I watched the other day, you and I have something in common that I had no idea. We both have Audi belly buttons.
Oh, really?
Yep.
I don't have an Audi belly button.
It looked
innie. It looked out of top because of the way I jumped up, but I really don't have an Audi. I have an innie.
Yeah.
I'll send you a picture of it so you can know that it's an innie. But yeah, when I jumped up, I was like, because I don't really have a fat stomach at all.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty good from, you know, I'm happy with the fact that I didn't, gain weight.
Mm-hmm.
Because, you know, just about every other fucking thing happened to me. So I'm like, thank you that at least I still have a cute little figure. You know, thank you, Jesus. Won't he do it? When I jumped up, though, in that video, my stomach, because, because I get in the character and I just forget who I am.
Yeah.
It did look a little popped out, and I think that's what you're seeing. But actually, I don't have an Audi. Sorry.
It's okay. Mine actually.
I wish I could say, yes, we both have Audis.
Yeah, well, mine was fixed a little bit in my surgeries from my accident, so it's.
My niece, who I love, she's the most peaceful of all the kids. She has an Audi, and I watched her being born.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's cute.
Yeah, she's on Disney. She works all the time. She's in Canada right now, shooting something else for Disney. Did you see the movie Zombies?
Not yet, no.
Oh, okay. Well, it was on Nickelodeon. It's a younger kid movie. Anyway, she was one of the stars of it.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and then my other niece, my goddaughter, is on a gazillion shows on All American, Queen of the South. But she's reoccurring on so many different shows right now. So I'm happy. Everybody's working but me. my daughter's working. My son's working. But I'm paying the bills.
You'll find something, I guarantee it.
I know, I will. Anyway, honey, we went on and on. So what are we doing this podcast about? Because I only have about 10 more minutes.
Let's see. Well, the last 20 minutes has been great. Now I got this game that we can play.
Oh, so you were recording me?
Yep.
Oh, okay. All right, I don't care. I think it was good, don't you?
Oh, yeah. I think it was wonderful.
I do too, honey. I'm glad. I'm glad that you just let it go, because I feel like I gave you some good nuggets, and I feel like in 6 months from now you're going to be on and popping, Tommy. Oh. I feel it. I mean it. Okay.
Okay. I hope so.
But remember, you have to think of, this is the one thing I do want to say.
Mm-hmm.
So the 800 is good because that's disability for life. Like, that's great residual income. That's how you have to look at that, Tommy, okay? That's
okay.
Residual income. No, meaning it's always going to be there, okay?
Okay.
But what you want to do is you want to maximize that maybe 2 more times. So maybe you want to bring in another 1,600.
Yes.
Add to that 800 guarantee. Now, the 1,600 could be a hustle here and there, as long as whatever you figure out to bring in another 800 and 800. So now you've got what? What is that? Because I'm not really good at math.
Neither am I.
So it's you get 800 plus another 1,600. 16, 17, 18, 19, 21, 2, 3, 4. So it's almost $2,500 a month. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Which you could do a lot with. And you could, and here's how. Or even if you don't even get that much, even if you take the 800 that you have to be resourceful. So if you take the 800 that you're getting, and you take the faith that you pray to God that He gives you, because I don't know if you have it right now, then He will provide a way for you to get to LA. You have a camera, you have a podcast, you're very interesting, Tommy. You know a lot of people. You can record and document all of this, and then as you do it, you know, build an audience. You know, you're creating your own niche, your own avenue. Why not?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. I'm going to keep going.
I'm telling you, Tommy, do not wait around for somebody. I don't care if it's your mom is not going to help you the way God is. Okay?
Yes.
She's trying to help herself. She's trying to work out her life. We all are. So, you know, love her, accept her, and know that she's just a human being that was here to provide what you needed, that God knew you needed to get to the next level. That's important. So you treat your mama good.
I always do.
I know you do. So, good. Okay, good.
Okay, so the game. So
Okay.
I ask you a question, you answer it, and then you ask me that same question, and I answer it.
Okay.
And they're all silly questions.
Okay.
Kim, are you ticklish?
Wait. Okay, just can you explain the rules? I'm sorry. I answer it, and then I ask you back?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I'm ticklish. Are you ticklish?
Oh, I am baby ticklish. Absolutely.
Okay. What is baby ticklish?
I have a knee-jerk reaction. Like, I've been known to hit people in the groin when they tickle me.
Why did you ask that question? Like, who cares if I'm ticklish?
These are, this came from an improv. I was doing a podcast with a friend.
Oh, okay.
And I started
It's
improv.
an exercise, so to speak. Yeah, okay, go ahead. Keep going.
Yeah. What's your favorite part of the body?
My toes.
Your toes.
My feet. Feet. My feet. Not anybody else's, just mine. I love my feet. Like, I don't like anybody else's, and I'm a little snooty about it. Like, I don't care. That's the part about, like, I don't care if you're famous or whatever. Like, I don't think anybody has prettier feet than me. I'm fucking Muhammad Ali with the feet. Like, I'm fucking cocky about it.
Awesome. I love the belly button.
Oh, wait, I have to ask you. What's your favorite part of the body?
I love the belly button.
Oh, okay. I don't know. This sounds a little... Why are you asking me? Oh, because you said the... Okay, go ahead. Go.
What color are your toenails painted?
None, because I haven't had a pedicure in a year. They're painted. Bitch, help me.
This is my favorite question. Is there a stinky smell that makes you gag?
Yeah, throw up.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
You know how you can walk anywhere and go, wait a minute, it smells like, wait a minute, nope, it smells like throw up in here, and then you start like, right? Mm-hmm. Throw up is the worst. Throw up is a combination of, like, smells that I think, like, you know, I don't know, fucking hellish smells.
Yeah, I had really bad athlete's foot the first 6 months I got out of the hospital, and that's the worst smell ever.
Had what?
Athlete's foot.
Oh, did it smell bad?
Oh, it was terrible.
But you know what, hon? You know what you should have done? Listen, if that ever happens to you again, you get you some Arm & Hammer baking soda.
Mm-hmm.
You boil some purified water. You pour a whole box of that mofo in the water, and you squeeze a little lemon, and you soak them until you make it as hot as you can't stand it, and you sitting there, you watch the fucking marathon of, Empire. I don't care, or Power, or whatever it is you watch. And watch the next day, it'll be gone. Baking soda is so phenomenal. With if people knew, if people got hit to baking soda, they wouldn't even have to go to the doctor.
Wow.
Seriously.
Yeah, hopefully it'll never happen again. That was just one time.
Yeah.
Now, this question is personal. This last question is personal. I've asked it to a lot of female comedians, and they have had no trouble telling me this. Do you remember how old you were the first time you got finger banged?
Well, that is inappropriate, and I will not answer.
Okay, fair enough.
Like, yeah, like that. I can't even believe you asked me that.
Like I said, I ask a lot of comics that.
Oh, you insulted that one, yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't mean.
Okay.
I wasn't trying to offend.
No, it's not offensive. It's just personal. And, like, I don't, podcast, moshcast, like, none of your fucking business. Right?
Right.
I hope you hear all this.
Yeah. I'll skip. I'll just.
Let me give you, let me say this. When you're interviewing women, remember it's the Me Too movement.
Yeah.
Right now. So you don't want to you're trying to come out to LA and, be like the next, like, Andy Warhol. Like, I feel you're very in left field, which is great, Tommy.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, when I say this is great, because there's not a lot of people that come from that field.
Right.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But Andy Warhol, let me think of some others. There's a few others that I'm going to think of, and even if I can't now, I'm going to text you them. And I feel like you're there, but I feel like the last 5 questions that you asked was some bullshit. Like, don't ask me that. Whether or not you are on the same, side of the fence as me, or, like, it's hardcore, and it puts a wall. Like, it makes me uncomfortable. And you don't ever want to get your guests uncomfortable.
Oh, it hasn't, actually. I've asked about 30 guests those questions.
But it made me uncomfortable.
Well, I apologize that I did that.
Yeah, it's okay. It's just, yeah. But, okay, let me ask you a question.
Go ahead.
Okay? So the 30 guests that you asked, how many of them were black women? Tommy.
You were the first one.
Thank you. That's my point. Yeah, that's the whole point. It's just a different. Yeah. See?
Yeah.
You learn something new every day, right?
Right.
But it's okay, because I felt like you were trying to be funny. Were you trying to be funny with those questions?
Of course I was.
Yeah, because my son's doing comedy, right?
Right.
So, and I work with him all the time, Tommy, but he's 25, and he's a male, and he's, he is who he is, so he sometimes does not know how to not be that.
Mm-hmm.
But here's the thing, Tommy, the core of your audience is women.
Mm-hmm.
Always, because women pay the most attention. So the people that are listening to your podcast, they're female. So you don't want to rule out the one demographic that is in your fucking corner by some whack-ass questions about being finger-banged when it's the Me Too movement.
I've only asked.
That's not fun, Tommy?
I've only asked that question to the comedians.
Tommy, what?
I've only asked that to comedians, not actresses or anything like that.
I know, but I said, but white comedians are different than black comedians.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
Learned a big lesson, yeah. Yeah. And that's okay. It's just, listen, if I can't be honest with you, what's the point of me and you even having a conversation?
Oh, I want you to be honest with me.
I know. So, and I know that you're not, because I know that you're not like, oh my God, you're very respectful, and I know that.
Mm-hmm.
That was, my son, I think daily says something to me, Tommy, where I have to go, let's sit down for a minute. It's exactly what I do with you, because we live and learn.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Right?
Right.
Anyway.
Yeah. So I'll know next time not to ask a black comedian that question.
Well, I don't think you should ask any woman that question, because once you have children, and once you have a daughter, I don't think you'd ever want a man to ask your daughter that question.
If she was, at least 18, I wouldn't mind it.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, not before that. Oh, I'd kick his ass before that.
Yeah.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
Have you heard any good jokes lately?
I always tell good jokes every day.
Well, I know that, but like any right now you want to tell?
No, that I want to tell you, no, honey, I haven't heard any. Have you?
Oh, yes.
Tell me. And it better not be nasty, because if it is, I'm just going to hang up.
It is nasty.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
Okay, here's one that's mild.
Okay.
Okay. Cinderella is about to go to the ball, and she's on her period. And the fairy godmother gives her these magic tampons and says, okay, you can go to the ball, but you have to be home by midnight or else they will turn into a pumpkin. She says, okay, fairy godmother, I will. So, so 12:30 rolls around. Cinderella has not shown up. And so fairy godmother is pacing around the house. But then Cinderella shows up at 4 a.m. stumbling drunk. And fairy godmother's like, where were you? You were supposed to be home at midnight. And Cinderella's like, I'm so sorry, fairy godmother. I met this great guy. His name was Peter Peter.
I don't get it.
Pumpkin eater.
I had a wife but couldn't keep her.
That's great.
Right?
That's great. I like that follow up.
That's how it goes. That's how the Peter pumpkin eater had a wife but couldn't keep her. I remember learning that in first grade.
Yeah.
That's funny. Yeah, that's a funny joke. I like that. It wasn't nasty.
Oh, thank you. Yes, that's one of my favorite jokes of all time.
Listen, if you send me stuff about your life,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to tell you something. If you email me, if you just write some shit, like just about your real life, and you email it to me, I guarantee you, this is what I'm going to guarantee you. I'm gifting you with this. So listen, I will send it back where you can go to any open mic. Once you go over it with me a few times, I can tell you how it should be said, and you will fucking get money to come out here. I can turn you into a comedian. That's how good I am at the gift of comedy. And you know why? As comedy and you know the math is too comedy tragedy, right? So you know my story. I suffered.
Yeah.
So God's not gonna let me suffer with my baby being murdered to where I'm just not, and I just keep praising him. You think he's gonna be like, nope. He's gonna help me. So how does he help me? He makes me funny as fuck. So people will be like, damn, how are you so funny when they know my real story? Which is really tragic. So I can help you, honey. But first of all, no nasty. Because you're not nasty. You're very interesting and you're funny. You're trying to be like other stupid-ass comics that ain't going nowhere. You have to be true to your heart and your soul when you do comedy. You have to be the truth. And then the jokes will just come, honey. I promise you. And you have them, Tommy. You have a very interesting story. Your mother, just everything about you, things that you said, even the stupid-ass questions you just asked me, like, that was so funny. Like, we could make that a very funny bit.
Really?
Because you weren't being offensive. You thought you were being funny and clever and but that's a lot of guys with this Me Too movement. Like, you could be the one guy, because it's like, seriously, Tommy, you guys can't do shit in this day and age. Like, you can't do anything because you will lose everything that you own. Look at Matt Lauer, right?
Yeah.
Joke. That's a joke. You can have that. Look at Matt Lauer. I can write material till the cows come home. So, send me some stuff that you're passionate about. Just write, just journal. And then I'll send it back to you in joke form.
Well,
That's just my gift to you. Yeah, I'm not charging you. It's just because, you know what? Then you start doing open mic where you're at. And then you enter contests. And then next thing you know, you have money to come to, you give yourself 6 months, you have money to come to LA. You have to have a plan, honey.
I'll do the best I can.
Okay, you already sound defeated.
No, I said I'll just do the best I can. I mean,
Decide, though, at the end of that.
I'll
do the best I can.
I mean, I'm passionate, about movies and sex. Those are my two passions in life.
Sex and movies?
Yeah.
Okay, well then, I thought it was comedy. Okay,
Oh yeah, comedy is too.
but okay, so then why don't you focus on that?
There's no open mics over here in Reading.
Wait, what state do you live in?
What?
What state do you?
California.
Redding, California?
Yes.
Is that up north?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, honey, you know what? There's no nothing if you keep saying that. There are probably a lot of stuff. And if there's not in Reading, then create that shit. And then it's like, oh, here's what's going on in your head right now when somebody tells you something like this. I would, but that's a lot of work, and I just don't fucking feel like it because you listen, and we're all there, Tommy. Like none of us want to do shit.
Yeah.
Who don't have shit because it's just like I've been trying to do shit and it never works out, and I'm tired, and I'm low key don't give a fuck, but I do because low key I gotta pay rent. It's that topsy turvy, but you gotta push past that, honey. That's all I can say. That's what I'm trying to do as we speak. And I'm doing it through the videos.
Mm-hmm.
And I love them. And I pray every day that God gives me, I pray every single day, Tommy, and I go, you tell me what to do because I don't give a fuck anymore. That's what I say to God every day. So can you just, talk to a bit because don't feel, I'm honest.
I know, that's why I like you, because I love honesty.
I know, and because you're honest. So just tell me, it's a process. So you're not gonna, you're 30, you're young, honey. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
You're not gonna, you have a lot to offer to a lot of people. I promise you. And I'll help you. I really will. But you gotta ease up on the sex. I don't like the sex jokes. So you and I don't do the sex jokes. But other than that, we're good. And if you like sex and you like movies, one of my favorite Pete, who I love, Quentin Tarantino.
Oh yeah, he's the best.
Is he not sex in movies? Come on now, I love him. My comedy videos are inspired from his one song that I love of his that I play all the time when I'm writing, which is Across 110th Street. Love that song.
I love it.
Right.
Right.
And that when I'm stuck, Tommy, I just put that in my headphones. I just jam off of it. So, and I feel like that's you, like that, because I feel like a true writer, a true creator, comes from where they know what they know. And I feel like for you, sex in movies is what you know.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Right.
Even if it wasn't healthy, it was what you know.
Yep.
That is an interesting story in itself.
I hope so.
Yeah, you got to have more confidence. You have to believe in yourself more, Tommy. You are a gift to the world. Seriously. Start telling yourself that every day. I know it sounds corny, but you have to, Tommy. You have to be your own best friend.
I keep telling people, God didn't pull me out of a 30-day coma to just be ordinary. I want to make a contribution to the world.
And you're going to, honey. Here's the thing. You are absolutely going to. You are just 110% passionate about it. That you are, you're trying to proceed God with his plan for you.
Mm-hmm.
Because he already has it. But yeah, that's how much you love God, too. That's how much you're anointed. So it's good. It's all good stuff, honey. And listen, we didn't even have to set anything up. We just talked. This is good stuff because human beings need to talk to each other. And God sends people into your life for a reason.
I know so many guests that I ask back, right? They think it's another interview, and they don't talk much or contribute much. It's like they don't even listen to podcasts and know that it's a conversation,
But you're a very good interviewer.
Oh, thank you.
You are, honey. Here's what I want to give you some homework, okay? And then you call me in a week.
Okay.
So the homework is this. and I might give you more tomorrow because I'm going to pray about it, but I want you to write out how you would like your life to be, like what you see yourself being. Like, I just want you to write it out, like, or record it out, however it's comfortable. But and it's not, and you're not going to want to do it because it's just easier to go on Facebook and Instagram and everything else and just get distracted and not have to fucking work on yourself. But you should. If you are trying to go somewhere, you've got to work on yourself.
I've been. I can write that because it's been in my head for the last 3 years, so I can write that.
I know you could, and it's not a lot, honey. We just do chunks at a time, right?
Right.
Little 10-minute bits at a time. But I could really write some good material for you. And here's the other thing. Hear me out.
Mm-hmm.
Not only could I write it, but then we'll do FaceTime where you can deliver it, right? Because I have to talk to you. But we could possibly record all of this. Just we don't know where it's going to go, but it could be a really good thing. And here's the thing. I'm not getting anything out of this, but just to help you as one person from another person.
I appreciate that so much. I really do.
Well,
because
that's what I'm offering you.
I've had no friends, no mentors in stand-up comedy. I had to get the fuck out of the Bay Area because they were just turning into hypocritical assholes and woke feminists and all this crap.
Yeah, all that crazy, stupid, follow the leader who's leading them to hell, right?
Exactly.
Right, honey? Like, not even, like, but it's better than, because it's uncomfortable being for the underdog, for the one who, especially when you're young. Tommy, you're young, so, and I clearly grown up faster than most, and you've seen a lot, but you're still relatively young, Tommy, and listen, in this era, in this millennial era, I will say this, what I love, it is the most creative era where you can brand yourself and be whoever the fuck you want to be. So I'll help you do that. I'll help you brand Tommy.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
So, and then in 6 months, Tommy, a lot can happen. We'll think of a phrase you say. We can start selling T-shirts. We have to build you a website. Like, it takes work. But you're home anyway, collecting $800. You might as well make it work for you and make more money. God's blessing you with that.
Yeah. Well, I play a character on this podcast. And so, like, all the dirty talk and stuff, it's through that character.
I know.
But then, of course...
I love that. I love that. And we should maybe bring him to life a little more. You know what I mean, Tommy? Like do a little short half-hour, film on him. Like, from beginning, middle, and end of who is this motherfucker. Like, think about all that shit, right?
I have, like, a whole...
And you could play him.
Yeah, I have, like, a whole biography, like, written of who he is and stuff.
Send it to me.
Yes.
I'd love to see it, really, really. You have a lot, Tommy. You have a lot to offer. But you have got to work, and you have got to pray. Work and pray. That's all I do, honey.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't even know how tomorrow's going to be. I don't even know. Like, it's by the grace of God that I'm able to, pay my rent.
I know. It's funny. Me and my dad were having this conversation the other day, and we both, he's struggling with my stepmom up in Washington, and he and I, we both talked about this. He said, it's funny. Our family is always persevering somehow. We every time things look like they're about to really, really, go bad and shit is about to hit the fan, God always finds a way to make sure that we're safe, but
that you're okay.
That we're okay, but we're never satisfied or happy. We never get what we want. Yeah.
Even it's like the missed blessing, right? It's like, hello. Do
exactly.
you not remember that he just, but yeah, I know, honey, but I think that's every human being, Tommy, honestly. I do. Seriously. Because we all go through our own, that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
That's really good. You're a really good interviewer, listener, I don't know if I'm saying the words right because I bought this great pipe, weed vape thingy, and I love it. And I've been smoking it all day. So I'm a little high. But Tommy, listen.
Mm-hmm.
You're on the right track, honey. Just be patient, okay? That's all I can say. And you can call me anytime. Text me. Don't bug me. But I will always, I will always get back to you, and I'm going to pray for you.
Mm-hmm.
I want you to just, do some soul searching within yourself, and I want you to just really, I know this sounds corny, honey.
Mm-hmm.
Very Saturday Night Live-ish with the, I am everything I believe I am. They used to have that skit. But you have to really kind of let go and let God. You have to just stop thinking you're in control of anything and stop chasing and stop wanting and stop.
Yes.
Just be. And that is hard. And that's where I'm at. And maybe the reason why you and I have talked for 2 hours is because maybe that's where you're at. So we'll both pray about it. But I think that you are on a good on the right path, honey.
It was 1 hour, but yes, I totally agree with you.
It was only 1 hour?
Yeah. So.
Thanks for checking me, white boy. It was only 1 hour. Okay?
Yeah.
Well, thank you. I enjoyed every minute of that hour.
Yes, and so text me your email, and I will send it to you.
Yes, please do. I'm going to text it to you, and you send it to me. And just, if Tommy, you have to be specific about what you want to do with your life, honey. You cannot sit around and go, well, yeah. Come on, you know my history. My son was murdered. I could blame everything on that.
Mm-hmm.
But if my son wasn't murdered, I would be... No, it doesn't matter. It is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta move on.
Yes.
And it's tough sometimes. Tougher for us some than others, right?
Right.
Right? Okay. Well, I'm your friend, and if you need to talk to me, you can. Text me, whatever. So are you sending me your email?
I could send you my email as well.
Wait, you want my email though, right?
Yes.
Send me your stuff. Okay,
yes.
So you have a pen?
A what?
Do you have a pen?
A pen? Oh, yeah, hold on. You sure you don't want to text it to me, though?
Yeah, I do. I forget that people in your generation don't write shit down anymore. I'll text it to you right now. Love you, and have a good evening.
Love you, and also let's send each other our pictures of our belly buttons.
Oh my God, Tommy. Good night.
Love you, hun. Good night.
I love you too. Good night.
Well, there you have it. Kim Tavares. Ain't she a sweetheart? Yes, she is. Didn't I tell you? She is smart and wise and extremely intelligent and insightful. And I love her dearly. If you like this video, everyone, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Add me as a friend on Facebook. Join my Tommy Kovac comedian page on Facebook. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram and all that fun stuff. Well, that's all the time we have this week on Splat from the Past. Until next time, this is Tommy Throwback Kovac saying, there's no shame in living in the past, because the present sucks. Later, dudes.